Hey, what's up guys? Movie Maniac here. Continuing on with our Godzilla Marathon reviews. Godzilla versus SpaceGodzilla. Yeah. Now this Godzilla movie is very important to me because this was pretty much the first Japanese Godzilla movie I have ever seen in my entire life. I mean, I'll tell you the rest of the story when I get to the review of 1998 one, but this is like the one that I first saw when I was just like a kid. Like I was watching like stuff on TV and then I come to this show on HBO and I'm just like, holy crap. This is Godzilla? And that's how I got so interested into Godzilla. I mean, that's how I started buying the action figures. That's how I got more movies. I mean, that's where like Godzilla began with me. I mean, that's how like my origin stories with Japanese Godzilla, I started with. So this one is very important. It's even in my top 10 favorite Godzilla movies. Like, it's just because it's important. It's very, very important for me because it's the first Godzilla movie I have ever seen. Well, mostly Japanese Godzilla movie I've ever seen. Yeah, I've seen the 1998 one first, unfortunately. But I'll tell you the rest of the story until we get to the 1998 review. But yeah, this one's really important to me, though. So the plot for this is actually really interesting. So there's this monster called SpaceGodzilla, which they have two explanations that when Mothra, like at the end of Godzilla Mothra Battle for Earth, Mothra goes up into space and then she releases these kind of G cells into space, which goes into this some sort of black hole or something, and it turns into this Space Godzilla. But they also have a second explanation that in Godzilla vs. Biollante, there's this Godzilla vs. Biollante at the end where Biollante doesn't die, but all the G cells that all the sparkly stuff G cell that Biollante was releasing, it was going up into space and it went through that black hole portal dimension and it turned into Space Godzilla. Although that would be kind of impossible though, because if I think about it, because like in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, there's like this time travel. I mean, in Cinemassacre, like James Wolfe did some sort of good point where like in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, Godzilla didn't now exist, except that he only existed in another time. So that way, there couldn't not have been a Biollante. Screw it. I don't know. It's a little bit too confusing. Don't want to get myself too confused on that. But for the most part, Space Godzilla is coming from outer space, and like Space Godzilla lands on this monster, sort of like a monster island, where he kidnaps Godzilla's baby son, and Godzilla has to save baby Godzilla, that's what he's called, from Space Godzilla, also with the help of Mogira. Now this is also pretty weird too, because I'm just thinking, wait, Godzilla's more of an anti-hero in the, well, more like a villain in the Heisei series, but until like Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, this is where they decided, okay, maybe he could just be an anti-hero or sort of a bad guy, which is interesting, but yeah. So, first things I want to talk about is Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla is a really cool monster. I mean, it's like Godzilla, but an evil version of Godzilla, which it looks so cool. Like, I love it how he's got like the crystals on his shoulders. Actually, oh, maybe I should show it oh, there it is. I should probably show an example. Right here. See, like the way how he looks, I love it. Like he looks like an evil version of Godzilla, except that he's got like, the only difference is he has like crystals on his shoulders, which that's like where he shoots out the lasers and everything. And also he has a cool crystal sort of spines, which is really interesting. So, yeah, sorry, I gotta put this back. So, like, I mean, yeah, Space Godzilla is really interesting, and he's so powerful, too. Like, he can, like, he has the crystals, he has crystals for shoulders, but he can also, like, make crystals from underground, and they start coming out of the ground, which they can, like, all connect. like whenever he shoots wherever he shoots his breath, or mostly from his shoulders, he'll start connecting from his shoulders, and the crystals that are from the ground will start shooting at Godzilla and stuff, which I thought is pretty cool. And also Mogira. A lot of people don't like Mogira, but actually I don't mind Mogira. I mean, a lot of people say it's a dumb looking Mecha Godzilla or a bland version of a robot, but I actually don't mind it. It actually looks really cool. I mean, like, he's got like some sort of drill nose or something like that, which I think is pretty interesting. And this is like one of the first mechas to like go up into outer space. Yeah, Mechagodzilla 2 didn't go up into space. Mogira did. So, yeah, I mean, I like Mogira. He's so cool. But he's also not fun playing as for the video games. But I like Mogira as a monster, as a robot on his own. He's really cool. He can also shoot lasers, rocket cannons, and everything. Mogira is just so cool. I mean, I actually don't mind Mogira. It's actually really, really cool. And also, Baby Godzilla in this movie, it looks really cute in this movie. Like, I mean, I don't know if I find it a problem or not, but, actually, I have another one figure. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of figures from Godzilla vs. SpaceGodzilla, but here's, like, one with, Baby Godzilla. Yeah, it's missing its arms. It kind of sucks. But, yeah, like, look at him. He's cute. He's, like, a cute look. I mean, at first, he looks like a really cool, reptile creature in like Reptile Baby and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. But now Baby Godzilla is like, when he's grown older, he looks like Minya, except he's a lot cuter than Minya, because Minya looks absolutely stupid looking, to be honest. Except for the Millennium version when he's in Final Wars, but you know, Baby Godzilla is just really cute and just so adorable. I mean, it's just so adorable. I just can't stand it. I mean, every time I look around his eyes, I'm just like, oh, this is so adorable. So yeah, Baby Godzilla is so interesting. Yeah, and my only problem with this Godzilla movie is that it kind of focused the humans a bit, and I think this is where at the point where at Godzilla vs. SpaceGodzilla, where the humans are not that interesting. I mean, usually there's always like one or two people that are two human characters that are interesting, but for the most part in this movie, nothing. Or actually, I also forgot to mention, they even try to like shoot some sort of like commanding, like one of the there's like these bad guys in Godzilla vs. SpaceGodzilla, and they order this one lady who does the telekinesis thing throughout the whole entire Heisei series. They shoot like this mind control thing, and she controls Godzilla, but it doesn't work. I find that pretty interesting, though. I mean, just from a bad guys, though. Pretty interesting human plans, but not really that much interesting humans. So, yeah. I think that's all I have to say for Godzilla vs. SpaceGodzilla. But, for me, this is like one of the most important Godzilla movies ever. I mean, if I didn't see this movie, I would not be interested in Godzilla at all. I mean, I wouldn't have all this, or neither all the movies. I would not have seen all the movies. Or I would not even be excited. Okay, maybe I would just be a bit excited if I haven't heard of the Godzilla or anything. But for Godzilla vs. SpaceGodzilla, it's really important to me because this is the first Godzilla movie I've ever seen, and I'm glad it is because it's a cool movie. I love SpaceGodzilla. Mogira is really cool. Godzilla is still really cool in this movie, and of course, this movie is really cool. I love it. I would give it a B. A good movie. So, my ultimate question is, what do you think of Godzilla vs. SpaceGodzilla? Comment it down below. Check out my other videos. They're really cool. Like and subscribe. Like my page on Facebook.